All right, let's head in the kitchen. Today's In the Kitchen is sponsored by Elwell, and we are in the kitchen with owner and CEO Caroline Fornshell, and you've got a special guest. Who do we have?
Sally Fornshell, my 12-year-old daughter.
Oh, and she's going to be helping out, which is what you want to see in the holidays, families cooking together. And what are we creating?
Well, today we're creating an inclusive ratatouille.
Okay.
Ratatouille is one of France's best-known dishes, traditionally made with summer vegetables. And not that we can't get summer vegetables now, but we want to look at ratatouille as being really something you can customize to meet the needs of your guests.
Yeah.
I think during the holidays, as a registered dietitian, we see a lot of different obvious food and nutrition related issues. We kind of figure that there's at least one family member at every gathering that makes things a little complicated.
But it doesn't have to be that stressful if you get everybody together and kind of work together.
I love that attitude, yes. And for some, that is successful. Others are navigating these eating challenges in different ways. So we're trying to make it a little easier today to
Love
be
that.
inclusive with whatever we have going on. So today we're actually going to start with the sauce. If ratatouille is one of these beautiful dishes.
That's
A little hot. So we've just diced up some onion, and I'm just going to start with sauteing it. The studio is going to smell fabulous in a minute, by the way.
It will. It already, I'm feeling it.
We're creating something that is, very unique with our ratatouille today. We're going to include vegetables that are not traditionally part of ratatouille, just to help people expand their minds a little bit, but also to create a really hearty standalone dish that you could serve with a roast or all by itself, depending on what the eating philosophy is of the household. So,
And Sally, what do you like doing cooking with your mom? Is it fun in the kitchen cooking together? What do you like about it?
Yes, I love cooking with my whole family during the holidays, and yeah, it's just really fun to do.
You're a big helper, and what are you going to be doing for us during these segments?
I'm going to chop zucchini,
Okay.
and then later we're going to assemble it into the ratatouille.
All right. Busy jobs, putting everybody to work. So the onions are sauteing, and this is all kind of the base for the sauce.
that's right. So I'm adding some garlic, and I've pre-cooked the garlic just to help things move along a little faster for us. And because we're using foods, not just squash here, but also purple daikon radishes and beets.
Colorful dish.
It is always a colorful dish. We decided in this case we're not using eggplant, tomatoes, or peppers, as would be in a traditional ratatouille, simply because so many people are suffering with autoimmune diseases, and sometimes those nightshade vegetables are better left swapped out.
Okay.
So this is one way to help anybody who's suffering from anything, enjoy something that might be a little unusual and unique. Because we're doing beets, we're actually using pear instead of tomato as a base. So I've used an Asian pear, which is a little sweeter.
They're so good.
I've diced it up a little bit here, and I've actually pre-roasted this one too, just again to help this whole thing happen a little faster. You'd wait for all of the vegetables to really thoroughly soften, and then we would get into just adding a little bit of broth. We're a little ahead of the game now. I'll give it another minute, but kind of thinking about what happens in families when you get together. When somebody is suffering with, let's say, an eating sensitivity or food sensitivity, something that's caused a lot of issues, lately, of course, is things like gluten, or, we've got FODMAPs now, or, nightshades, and then the more traditional allergies, nuts or citrus or soy, and those types of things. It can be really challenging to navigate those when you're also trying to keep the nostalgia of some of your traditional family dishes. And so, just by swapping out a thing here or there, or encouraging potlucks to allow everyone to get involved.
And we'll be able to get everybody involved in the next segment and see how, by checking out your website, we can get a little bit more guidance on incorporating everyone's dietary needs. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's head back in the kitchen. Today's In the Kitchen is sponsored by Elwell, and we are here with owner and CEO Caroline Fornshell and her daughter Sally. You guys have been busy preparing this unique version of ratatouille. Explain what's happened between the first segment and now.
Well, Sally's been hard at work. So we finished the sauce. You can go online to learn more about how to make the recipe. We did use an immersion blender, a traditional blender, and a transfer can work fine too. We layered the sauce on the bottom, and Sally's been busy at work layering these vegetables.
Tell us about that, Sally. What have you been up to?
So, of course, we have our 4 different vegetables and like each layer, and we just do it in rows to complete the dish.
Just spiral it around, and look how beautiful the dish is too, color-wise. Like it's very appealing.
This is a holiday meal, you know, and so recognizing that you are showing the people that are visiting you for the holidays some love here, you know, that there's a little chopping here, but it's a very simple recipe. You really, and it's very forgivable. So from that standpoint, though, you're really trying to accommodate the needs of your loved ones or guests, and sometimes it really helps to have an elite, a specialized registered dietitian like those of us here at Elwell. Elwell dietitians are accustomed to working around a lot of different types of nutrition or food related issues. It's not just weight loss, but that helps too.
Yeah.
But we're looking at really just softening any stressful moments here for the holidays and families. Your dietitian can actually help you put together your whole holiday menu or even just a weekly food plan. So at Elwell, you can learn more about how to get in touch with an Elwell dietitian on the website or using the QR code, but also certainly using these recipes and really just adding a wow factor, especially for those family members or loved ones that really have a hard time finding something that's interesting to eat around their dietary limitations.
Yeah, it's stressful for them. It can be stressful for the people who are hosting as well, but it doesn't have to be. So what is the experience like when they reach out to you, they get connected with an Elwell dietitian? Walk us through what that process looks like, the questions that are asked, and how these diets are.
That person can be available in person or via telehealth. Sometimes telehealth is nice for this because we can actually take your phone to your pantry and learn a little bit about what's actually in there and assemble meals with things that you already like. So depending on if you want in person or on telehealth, then we'll be able to move forward from that standpoint. Creating whatever menu that you need based on any symptoms that you're having, any concerns you're having. Some people feel like they need to understand themselves more deeply, so there could be a more deeper health assessment. Some people are needing additional labs or tests, but many people are just saying, hey, look, you know, how do I nourish and live to accomplish my health goals? How do I feel better?
Yeah.
And so much about food and so much about our lifestyle can absolutely allow your body to heal beautifully as you know which foods to avoid or include to nourish yourself from the inside out. And that's really what it's all about when we really work with patients individually to say, hey, look, there's a lot of nourishment here. Your vitamins, your minerals, you know, your phytonutrients right here to help you feel better. So many people will wait till after the holidays and get focused on health, but I'm saying, oh gosh, we should start right now because
Prepare for the with a dietitian, and maybe a gift certificate to Elwell would be a nice treat for someone that you love. This looks amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you, Sally, for all your hard work and for joining us on HRS. Today's In the Kitchen segment is sponsored by Elwell. They are located at 1309 Jamestown Road, Unit 102 in Williamsburg. Give them a call, 757-585-3441, and get gift certificates just in time for the holidays on their website, elwell.com. You can also follow them on social. The handles are right there on your screen. Of course, we'll link you to all this information on thehamptonroadshow.com.